welcome back to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe
This
button,
dude,
notification bell,
this is
tell a
Dubai, right?
friend. No,
In the Beverly Hills? Oh shit!
this Beverly Hills, yeah. We
I
saved
was I
Dubai
was
for
so excited.
last.
I was about to say I pulled a Dubai by accident on my other screen. Ooh, child. I was like, where is everybody at? I'm on the wrong one.
No, we're Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay,
Yes,
so
we
it's
are. Sorry
season
about that.
12, episode 17, The Girl with the Diamond Earrings. Oh, Lord, this is a bit of a shit show. I ain't gonna lie.
It was, overall, I'm gonna say this is a nothing burger, but it was a good segue to the rest of the BS because
Hmm.
you could see the tension. How can I put it? You could see the tension between Kathy and Kyle. Like this is the beginning
Yes.
of the aftermath.
Kyle is being so shitty to her sister, putting her down in the basement, not giving her no hangers. And then when she does give her hangers, aren't they like wire hangers or something?
No, they
Like
were plastic.
they're plastic, but still, like, come on now. This is a woman who has storage at the Waldorf.
It was just interesting. Like I was saying, I'm trying to find the words, and I'm trying to find the right words because I don't want to discount the episode because this episode was important, but it was
Hmm.
more than filler, if you know what I mean. It was like between filler and a good episode. It's like that in between, but I
The
don't have a
thing
word for
is,
it.
everything happened in the last 20 minutes as
As usual.
usual, but it was very almost subliminal. There were key things in there that are setting up for the major meltdown. I thought the thing with the earrings, Garcelle was doing Crystal a favor, and she kind of failed. I thought she would have had more to say. Hello, everybody in the chat. I she okay. Garcelle brings up the issue regarding the lawsuits and the returning of certain items that may or may not have been bought with the money that was
Hmm.
misappropriated. Was that safe enough
Hmm.
to say?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was one big question that I had because Erica all of a sudden is very legal minded. Like has been an attorney for 40 years or something. Is there a question as to whether the settlement monies were misappropriated and not given to the people who won those settlements? Is there a question about that? Because she
Okay.
keeps on saying stuff like, well, if they're telling the truth, or if they really are due this money, like, why is she questioning that? They didn't get paid.
Here's the reason why. Because what she's doing is this. She is saying that here's the key, that was Girardi Keys at fault because there was multiple. Remember, we have to remember there were multiple attorney firms involved in some of these
Mm-hmm.
cases. It wasn't just Girardi Keys. What she's
Mm-hmm.
trying to do is say, like, how can we be sure Girardi Keys is at fault? And on a logical technical level, she's correct. The reason
Mm-hmm.
why is they have to go back, and we said this like last year or something. You have to follow the money, so that's why they need
Mm-hmm.
a forensic accountant, because they need to know who the settlement money was actually sent to. Now that's where we find out who did what.
Right, but in the Housewife and the Hustler, like Girardi Keys set up like this financial management thing, saying that anytime these people got their settlement money, he would like get with them and say, hey, like, I can invest this for you or something like that. He had some scam going on
Mm-hmm.
where he would give him like $10,000 and then say, you know just follow up with me, by text if you need something else. But I'm going to handle your money for you. And it
Right.
would just be like, wait, what? Give me my
That's why she's
money.
doing this. That's why she's doing this because what she is setting up is she's setting up reasonable doubt. Even though it's not a criminal case, it's civil. She's setting up reasonable doubt. Like, well, can you prove that Girardi Keys received the money? But I'm gonna say this. I remember them saying that Girardi Keys had no head accountant or something like that, or he
Mm-hmm.
oversaw the accounting department. I
Oh,
think that's what it was.
but that's a
Yes,
conflict of interest.
correct. And that's what people were saying. They're like, wait a minute, like, what do you mean he was over the
And
accountant? They're like,
you
no,
need
no,
like a certified accountant if you're dealing with that
accountant.
kind of money.
Right.
Okay. And
She's
then
setting this up. She's not
what did
wrong though.
she
That's what I'm gonna
say?
say.
She's
She's
not
not wrong.
wrong, but I feel like she's conflating stuff. It's like funny
Yes.
talk that she's doing. Like I feel like charlatan every time she starts talking. It's like flim flam going on, and it's just like, what the fuck are you saying? Like when she spouted off, just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true. Say what now? They won a settlement in a court of law. It was paid. Don't they just have to go to the gas company and say, bro, who you sent that check to? And then you figure out who cashed it.
Right. Forensic accounting.
That
And what
whole thing was real upsetting for me because I was just like, what is she doing on TV and why are they airing this? Oh my
and with her, what
God.
she understood exactly what her friends were saying. She in her mind, she feels she's entitled to keep them because they were gifts, and because
Mhm.
they were gifts, she's not at fault. Like because she just accepted the gift. How was she to know where the money actually came from? Which I agree with. I understand that, but for her to be on international TV trying to argue about keeping said earrings made her look extremely bad. And they're trying to appeal to her sensibilities and her compassion. And
Mhm.
when she said, "I don't care about anyone else but me," and then when she told, oh, who was it that she told like, "You're the only person you should be concerned about is me." I'm like, see, there we
Because
go.
I'm the one you know. I'm the one
Right.
you know. You don't know anybody else. What? I don't want to know you, girl.
And what was telling is the couch. What was telling to
The
me
peanut
was that
gallery.
they was sitting there like, was it? It was Kyle. She was like, "What Erica's
Kyle
saying right now is not
said,
okay."
"What is she? Is not okay, and it's
Okay,
indefensible." And then Lisa Rinna was like, "She's going too far.
right.
We need to shut this down." She
And
she
Dorit
was like, basically, shut down. We're not doing this anymore. Shut down. What?
Dorit in the confessionals like she has to. We can't defend her. She's It's very hard to be her friend when she says things like this. She's going, and I think it was Lisa Rinna said she's going to have to be accountable for the things that she said. And Dorit echoed the sentiment. So everyone in that room is like, girl, what are you doing?"
I don't believe none of the Fox Force floozies, and here's why. They say all of that bullshit in the confessional, but yet they come to the reunions or they get together in their little gaggles, and they're still defending her.
I'm interested in this reunion because based on just this scene, you can't defend that. If you go on the reunion and defend her, y'all are gonna get flamed. Like
Mhm.
y'all are gonna get roasted because
It was just very odd.
she sat there and said the only person you should be concerned about is me.
Yeah,
And like
I'm the
and
only
she's like
person that you know.
and she says she's like, I have compassion for the victim, but we have to let the legal take its course. I'm like, what? Compassion
Hmm.
is you saying, you know what? I didn't do anything wrong. You know, y'all haven't got paid. Here's the earrings. And here's the thing with her: if you are so about the legal system, if you are so confident that you're in the right and the earrings are yours, why not just give them the earrings, let them pay the people out, and if it comes out in the wash that the people lies somehow, you're gonna get them back or get the money. You're in a no lose situation.
But how she let the mistress outdo her though? Because the mistress gave back all of her presents.
But did you see how quick she did that though?
Because she a judge.
Right.
And she's still judging.
Right. I want no part of that. She said, "Boom,
Mm.
here's 300K. Here's the gifts, whatever. We're good." Erica is all about the money and the lifestyle and the bouginess.
Someone
She
said that she's just so caught up in what the
Garcelle,
lifestyle she had. Like,
Garcelle,
girl, that's no longer there.
right
And that panther ring, oh my god.
now, if Erica was like Sutton and had an accountant of her own, she could have squirreled enough money away to where she wouldn't care. Sorry, stupid. When let's not forget about the fact that there's $80 million in cash missing. We can't forget about that.
Still,
Yeah, remember they
but they
said that
haven't figured
he
out where that is.
no, because they haven't figured out where they remember. We haven't even heard about where the settlement money is. So that 80 mil had to come from those settlements.
She also said something else that kind of, she said a civil case.
Right.
So there's no guilty here. Uh, If it's going to court, even if it's civil, can't you be found guilty? Because wasn't OJ Simpson found guilty in civil court?
Yeah, there's no criminal guilt, but there is guilt
But there's
in a
still
civil suit.
guilt.
Yeah,
Because you have to
she's
be
spoken.
accountable in civil court monetarily,
And
usually,
somebody, I
right?
can't remember who said it. Correct. I can't remember who said it, but they're like, you're just trying to make yourself a victim, basically. That's what
And I
somebody
think
said.
Crystal and Garcelle had a good point. Okay, Garcelle said, I feel like you are not expressing any empathy or sympathy because you feel it would imply guilt. And
Mm-hmm.
then Crystal was like, if I knew that there was the possibility that said gifts came from this situation, in all good conscience, I couldn't keep it. And if it could make someone whole, I would give it back. But basically, I think Erica is cash poor and she needs these things. And I'm beginning to wonder if she's doing like a Zsa Zsa Gabor thing and she's already sold off those diamonds and replaced them with paste.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I would do that.
And
So,
also, it's either that, which is I think your I think your thought process is more feasible than mine. Because the way I was thinking about it, I was thinking about the fact that she is going off about these earrings because she hasn't had them fenced yet. Like she was broken, she's had them somewhere, but they're not earrings anymore. Wink, wink.
mm,
And that she's waiting to sell them off.
I think because the only reason why that came into my head was because you said she liquidated the clothes finally before this season started,
Yeah,
right?
remember they were they were
I wouldn't be surprised because a girl's got to live, and paste nowadays looks just as good as the real diamond.
yes.
So, nobody has a jeweler's loot looking at her earrings. At well, they might.
But let's think about it. Think about it. It makes sense if she has sold them earrings off. But how did she start her hair business? Remember, because she just started that, and she never mentioned
Oh,
any investors. And Mikey's back, and we know Mikey ain't cheap.
oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Because remember, we're trying to figure out where's this influx of cash. Like you've mentioned, no investors. Um, it's a great business. I'm not gonna knock her for that. But we were wondering like where is this money coming from when all you have is this Bravo check and you ain't got paid yet. That makes no sense. And we also were thinking like maybe she did have some stuff squirreled away for a rainy day, and maybe that was part of it.
But most of her money has to be going to attorney's fees, right?
True, which is why she's selling off things. I really feel that she had jewelry squirreled away once she got wind of this mess. It's just it makes the most sense because she's looking way better this season. Like her makeup is on point.
Because he's
Mikey's
back.
back. Mikey's
Yeah.
back. The makeup's on point. You know, the clothes are still there. You know, she's dressing better this season. You know,
Mhm.
and she started her business with no word of investors. Okay, let's take it at face value. That money had to come from somewhere. And remember how last year she was trying to look real broke. Like
Mhm.
remember we all talked about she was looking real broke last season. This season she's not looking broke. She's looking like the Erica Jane that we know. A little, maybe a little played down a little bit, but it wasn't like last year.
I think she's had some work done too.
That cost.
I know.
So that's what I'm saying. Because if she had the earrings, it would be nothing for her to say, you know what, you guys are right. Here. It will be nothing. But you're still squat. You want to go through the legal process over some earrings?
Something's not right.
That's what I'm
Something's
thinking.
not right. And the thing is that those people already have a valuation on those earrings. If she hands over paste, there's going to be a problem.
Right. Oh, and Yanni, remember initially she thought we
Mhm.
were rushing to get a divorce and hide and save up as much money from the marriage as possible. It's possible for her and Tom, right? And they're still trying to find something that. Yes, they are.
So this recent case that she scored a victory on. Um, what was this about?
I have no clue. It was for a paltry 5 mil.
A
Anybody?
paltry 5 mil. Is this how we talking about this now? Oh my God.
Ba- like when you're like think about it. When you're talking billions, yes, 5 mil is paltry.
And she trying to say that he gave her those earrings 15 years ago. Well, he been scamming and flim flamming for 30 years.
Right.
Rich girl. Oh God.
But was it 15, 20 years when he was selling those big cases?
Mm-hmm.
So Erica, I mean, you just told on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was just a very disturbing, like, last 20 minutes.
For me,
She
it was a
never shows right. She never
no.
shows right. Oh my
I think
God.
what it was for me, and this was telling, like you said, everything happened in the last 20 minutes. It was telling to me when every woman, they've all had their issues with each other throughout the season, right? But they were
Mhm.
all on the same page when it came to Erica and this and what she was saying. That says something. Like that means you're dead wrong. Point blank. Period. Because you see Rena's face. She said, "Oh no." Like you said, she said, "Shut this down. She's doing too much. We gotta go. Get her
Mhm.
out. Stop talking, Erica.
Mhm.
Stop talking." Kyle. She's about to snap. I'm like, whoa.
Well, and speaking of Kyle, when she was like giving her little sanctimonious speech about how, the way how you're talking, I can't defend you anymore, and she said a few little cuss words, and Kathy chimed in and said, "Don't curse," and she was irritated.
Mm-hmm.
You left your sister down in the basement and ain't even check on her.
Right.
Like,
Not even a plate of cookies or nothing.
ain't leave no breakfast for her. Like, she a cussing to Patrick and Paula taking care of her. I mhm. I felt like this animosity was there from last week because you saw how Mauricio was talking to Kathy, right? Go do
Mm-hmm.
it yourself. What is this is gonna be bad. And is this all over tequila? Because this was just an infomercial for her tequila line
Right.
this episode, which nobody all of a sudden don't want to drink tequila.
Right. Next week's gonna be a holler.
Oh, wanting to get Kendall's tequila instead.
Wow. Wow. But was there anything else to this episode?
Um,
Did,
the two groups split in two. One went snowboarding, no, snowmobiling,
skiing.
and the other one went
Mm-hmm.
skiing. And that was quite interesting because Erica was snowmobiling with Garcelle, Sutton, and Cherie. And quite interesting that she was able to get along with them. And Garcelle, when they took a break, was like, Sutton, who do you want to sit with at dinner tonight? And Sutton was like, I'd rather sit next to Erica. They
Mm-hmm.
can get along well. Erica just don't like to be asked questions that she can't answer
Mm-hmm.
truthfully. She's
Right.
always on the defense. And I thought it was very interesting before all of the daily activities when Kyle, Erica, and Lisa were talking about Sutton, they said one on one, they can have great conversation, but when she gets into the group, she does a 180. I don't think so. I think she's digested what y'all have said in the one on one and come back with more questions. And it's just like, well, remember our conversation? Like, I'll understand. I got a question for you, and you don't like that
Right.
because you're so used to the Fox Force flunkies that are just like willingly accept what is said and just follow along blindly.
And Sutton's very good at doing her homework. You can't just tell Sutton
Mhm.
anything or she gonna believe it. She's gonna do more research on it and then come back and ask you more questions if she
And
has to.
Crystal is like that too because she is reading, she is watching, and she is listening. And it's not sitting right with her some of the stuff that's going on.
Right.
I
And Crystal, she surprised me this episode
Why?
because she held firm. Like when Erica
Mhm.
when Erica came back at her, she did not cower. She basically politely said, "I said what I said,"
Mhm.
and I was like, "Okay, interesting." Crystal's not backing down. She's not cowering. She's
Mhm.
not. She's not going to let. She's not going to be bullied.
Yeah.
And I think it's because she has. I think she's gotten used to this group of ladies, I'm going to say this about Crystal. She's very observant. I think what she's done is that she's observed of how they've treated Sutton,
Mhm.
and in her mind, she's like, I'm not going to go through that. You're not going to do that to me
Mhm.
because they were able to push Sutton into a corner, and when Sutton would fight back, Sutton fights emotionally. So I think that's why it comes across as kind of scattered sometimes. Crystal sits back, like I said, she observed, and she's able to articulate what she has to say without being
Mhm.
emotional about it. I think that's a key difference. She just comes, this is the facts, this is how I feel, yada yada, and that's it.
Mhm.
I had to think about that. I'm like, how is Crystal able to do this? I'm like, oh, she's watched Sutton, so she's been seeing that watching the machinations of the Fox Force Five. And she's like, okay, I see how
Mhm.
y'all move now. And she has Garcelle on her side too. That helps.
Do you think what Yanni says? Do you believe the fight is real or is it for TV drama?
Which fight?
I'm not sure. Is this? Well, I thought she was talking about like Kyle and Kathy.
Hmm.
Do you think that could be?
I think they're going through some more
Mhm.
issues, and these just happen. This just happens to be on camera.
Mm. Okay, so Bill, I don't think it's about tequila. It's about ignoring and dismissing her. Ooh.
Right.
Setting up Kathy for a blow up. I thought producers made Erica go snowmobiling. You think so?
I need to watch these after shows.
She, oh, because I thought she said I didn't watch the after show yet. I'll be perfectly honest, and I'm probably missing a lot of the backstory. But on the show, she said that she's had knee surgery, so she's not risking skiing.
Right.
Oh, Dorit hasn't been skiing in 20 years
20
and it
years.
showed. I thought somebody was falling off a snowbank though. Did I miss that? I went to the kitchen at one point. They're all acting differently and constantly throwing her to the wolves. Crystal's still talking whack in her after show. Ugh, that's so stupid. Maybe that's why I don't watch it. Right, because Sutton wasn't used to this type of treatment and took a while to react. Crystal is a manipulative person. She's used to this cattiness.
I can agree to that.
Okay, Yanni says Kyle and Kathy,
Gotcha.
the fake fight. The queen has died onto the King Charles III. Thank you, Ava. I just don't understand, why would Kathy expose herself like that? She's not even a full cast member. Maybe this has been simmering for a while. Maybe Rick and her have been talking about stuff. Maybe Rick doesn't want her on the show because he still has a beef with Mauricio. I don't think their issues have been resolved fully.
Nope.
You know, so anywho, why would she choose to go with the one she doesn't get along with? To agitate, to listen and hear what they're saying and going back to the flunkies. You never know. This season is boring. Okay. These women talk so slow, I would get up mid-scene because I'm bored. Oh my God. Like the argument looks so dull and the girls don't read. Oh my goodness. It's a bit bland for the palate. Hey, Larja, welcome. Only the last 20 minutes, Larja, to be honest. But that's been the trend. The last 15, 20 minutes is like, I could go to the kitchen the first, I don't know. I thought the episode made my blood boil. Yeah, I had a lot of questions. But if that was the case, the easiest would be Kathy say sorry, can't attend this or can't attend that, and have the least presence possible. Not if she signed that contract.
But remember, she missed the first half of the season, and that was due to contract negotiations, so she kind of can't back out on the second half.
The way Val, Kyle, and Maurice treated Kathy like she was a redheaded stepchild. Why was Kyle being so with her sister? Because Kyle feels that she's in the power position, and she's listening to Rena. Child. But that's the difference between new money and old money.
True.
Okay, so wait, hold on. I think Ebony says, I think that Kyle is trying to paint Kyle in a different light. She likes trying to make her look more high maintenance, and Kathy is just trying to look like she is easygoing.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But again, Kyle has no storyline, so why not just agitate your sister? Pretend nothing's happening. Erica is. Oh, okay. So you feel like she's lying about the Tom and his firm situation. I agree with you. I think she's being very creative with the truth, or conflating certain aspects of different cases. Like it was just a lot of crap. I like the dinner scene because it made me believe that Dorito and Mauricio do have a little bond happening. The streets say they're having an affair. But who's to say they're not all swingers and put their keys in the fishbowl?
Right. Exactly.
You know they do what they do out in LA. Why would you put old Kathy in a bunk bed? Why would you put her in the basement?
Right.
Period.
And talking about this is the most comfortable bed in the house. Get out of here.
Child. So look funny. Let's see. I loved with Kyle swore and Kathy told her to cut it out. Yeah. But Kyle got a little pissed at that. She
Mm-hmm.
did. Kyle just don't want to be corrected because Kyle is under the mistaken impression that she's running the girls when she's really not and hasn't been for several seasons. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's very true. Last season, she was also saying that she only had a high school diploma and didn't know nothing about the law. And this year, she's telling people cite precedent. Wait, what? What? Okay. Go ahead, girl. But Debbie, she didn't swear again. Yes, she did. She slipped in another one, but it was real soft.
You said it was real soft. I'm such a mess.
Eh. I've noticed Bravo like to play with race a lot on all their shows. I just don't think they should have put a black woman on this show. Why not? Why not? It's already a shit show, so why not? Just let it go down burning in flames. Erica must not read the news because it was proven that the victims didn't get their money and he was making excuses for not releasing the money so she could read more, is all I'm suggesting. That's what I thought, but I guess it has to go through court to prove that. Okay. Like, I would hate to be Garcelle. Ditto. Until payday came.
Right.
And until I got to go to my beach house. You know, it's just certain days that I wouldn't hate to be Garcelle. So Yanni agrees with Larja. Seasons before, EJ says that she could be a lawyer, especially when she was having her husband acting as her lawyer. Oh. For 20 years at this point, many victims. The ringleader, Rinna, gets her team out of the guest house. She worked with him for years. Well, she's been like on the board of directors for several of his shell companies. How you get there, boo? Don't you have to sign something to be on the board of directors? I've never been on a board of directors, but I would assume I would have to sign something. Just saying. It's not just the Beverly Hills check, Ava. Don't forget, this was a means to an end for her because she's got that big production deal with NBC, Universal, Comcast, blah, 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 blah. So it's a means to an end, and it keeps her name in popular culture. Ooh, the mess with Oliver and his wife going down over on the Vanderpump Rules.
Right.
Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Go ahead, Oliver. Do it, do it, do it, and show Erica that you want young meat and not old gizzards. Wait. I can see a wig signing stuff she didn't read for her husband, not Erica. Oh, right. Erica's too smart not to be reading anything.
Right.
Okay, so you also wonder if Lisa and Diana are doing not legal stuff because they love to hire felons. Interesting. Wait, did Diana file something to find out who was behind the bot attack on Jax?
Yeah, I think she's suing somebody.
Who's she suing? Like, why? I couldn't believe not one person wanted to try Kathy's tequila. What was the big deal? Because they probably tried it already. Probably don't like it. I gathered from the clips that she's already like done this. I'm not a big tequila person, so I would have tried it once and that would have been it for me. Don't bring it back. Okay. Anything else on this episode?
No, we're all good.
Okay, y'all. Well, these damn earrings. I think they're gone. I think they're gone.
I'm going to go with your thought process on this one.
I think they're gone. I just good luck to them with regards to those earrings. Good luck to them. And good luck to Erica in trying to keep the rest of her stuff, honestly. Just find another sugar daddy and buy new stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That was the show. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 17, The Girl with the Diamond Earrings. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think happened with her earrings? Or did nothing happen with her earrings? Do you think she's right to fight for them? Let us know. Let us know. I just find it very interesting how Lisa shut down that scene at the end.
Right. It makes me wonder if Rena's pulling the candy and has some Erica's possessions on her property.
Let's put a pin in that. Let's circle back to this later on, because I thought it was very weird, very interesting at the same time. All right, y'all. So at the top of the hour, we'll be doing our last show, Real Housewives of Dubai. It's the last part of their reunion. Lisa was ready.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa was ready. Oh my God. All right, y'all, bring y'all notes. See you at the top of the hour. Jamal, any final thoughts on Beverly Hills?
Nope, we are good to go.
All right. See you soon. Until next time.
Yep.
Bye.